Good morning. This is Eric from Easy Computer Solutions, and this is Monday Morning Hangover. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? I see the notifications is going out. This is Monday Morning Hangover, guys. I do this live stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. Welcome to the live stream. Let me go to refresh the page so I can get my tags in. Today, guys, I always do this Monday Morning Hangover. We do a nice, short and sweet, not too long. But today, guys, we're going to talk a little bit about some stuff here. As I review phones, and wow, see, it's weird. You guys see me live, but I don't see myself yet. So before I get into it, let me go ahead on and let me go to put in my tags real quick. Welcome to, I see y'all guys coming aboard. Welcome, welcome. All right, let me put my tags in. Yes. Yes. All right, so, and I got to put the date to, guys, today's date is May 22nd of 2017. This year is going by quick, guys. It ain't waiting for anybody. This year is going by quick. Wow. Yep. So we already in May, guys. We already almost halfway through the year. Man, we got a lot of stuff coming out, a lot of coverage of devices, and a whole lot of stuff. All right, welcome to Techzilla in the building. So here's the question for today, guys. I review a lot of phones. As you can see, I always review phones. I try to get them all. You guys was asking me to buy, I do a lot of mid and low end devices. All right. And one of the things that I'm finding in the low end devices is that they're good. Man, the low end mid tier devices are good. So the question of the day is, what's a flagship? All right. Because this stuff been debated for a while. Is it a flagship because the OEM says it's a flagship? It's a flagship because it has the latest specs? What's a flagship? Because I've shown a lot on this YouTube channel that mid-tier devices has mopped the floor with so-called flagships. I've used devices in videos that really smoked a lot of flagships. So in that aspect, what's a flagship? Okay, I'm gonna give you a prime example. Give you a device that I talk about a lot. This device right here, which is the Honor 8. I made dozens of videos about this device. And this device smoked a lot of flagships. At a $300 price point, this device smoked a lot of flagships, so-called flagships. So what's a flagship? That's the big question. Design? Well, this is not considered a flagship, and it's one of the beautiful phones out there. Okay. Cameras? Well, I can tell you it's debatable. Now, I've been saying this a lot about like the Galaxy S8. I used a lot of Samsung devices to film this YouTube channel, but I won't use the Galaxy S8. So, but I can use this device. I use a G6. I can use a lot of low-end devices and film. Cameras look pretty decent. So, when you talk about a flagship, what is a flagship? Okay. I've been reviewing a lot of phones on this YouTube channel. Y'all guys see me just drop video after video after video. So-called flagships, mid, low end, whatever. But I'm finding myself in this situation whereas what is the status quo is that you got to have the 835 processor. You got to have 6 gigs of RAM. You got to have quad HD display. You got to have all of this. But wait a minute. I'm looking at some of the mid-tier devices that's smoking flagships. Because, I mean, hey, flagship, they putting all this stuff in the device and it's bogging down the phone. It's making it laggy. It's making it this, it's making it that. But these low-end devices, they're not putting a lot of features in there, so they flying. So the question today, and I see y'all guys commenting, is what's a flagship? What makes a phone considered a flagship? Not because of speed, right? I mean, a lot of people say, well, because of the displays. I mean, I don't know. Let's talk about it. Now, this is a pretty display. Beautiful display. But what about that display? That display look good too. To the human, to the average consumer, if you put both of these displays to just go out there in the wild and you just say, which display you like the best? And both of them say, wow, both of them look good. And you say, well, this is a $900 phone and this is a $200 phone. What? Wait a minute, it looks that good? Listen, I understand design and stuff like that, but you know, and I ask this question to a lot of average consumers too. And you know, and it all comes to personal preference. It does. Some people prefer to spend $1,000 on the phone so they can brag and say, I got the Galaxy S8. I got the Galaxy Note. So people can say, I spent $800 on a Galaxy phone. But the question is, what do you do on your device? Snapchat, I guess, I don't know. I don't Snapchat, by the way. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Take a few pictures, you know, few apps. That's it. Okay. So it's one of those things that it's questionable. Let me get into you guys' comments. So today's broadcast is we're talking about flagships. What's a flagship? Are we getting, are they this, when you see it on TV, they talk about the latest flagship. So since it is called a flagship, is it better than any other phone? Now listen, here's the thing. About maybe in 2013, 2014, way a couple of years ago, we could say a flagship was a flagship because, listen, the mid-tier devices was terrible. Terrible. Back in 2013 and 14. Things changed. Once we got into the end of 2015, going into 2016, and now we're in 2017, you got devices like this. You got devices like this. Listen, people can say what they want. These devices cost under $500. And I could put this device against the best so-called flagships, and it will mop the floor with them. What? Yes. Yes. Cameras. Yes. Speed. Yes. Same thing with this device. Beautiful. Beautiful. Runs like a champ. $200. $200. For an all-metal build, 1080p screen, beautiful design, feels real good in hand, very fast fingerprint scanner, one of the fastest fingerprint scanners out there. I mean, look at that. And so when you look at $200 phones, right? That runs good, runs really good. The question is, what's the flagship? Are these considered flagship killers? Let me get into you guys' comments. All right. Let's see. Deepak in the building. To me, a flagship should excel in many departments: recreation, battery, display, camera, IP67, IP68. But a lot of flagship doesn't have that. So-called flagships. Let's see. New champion, baby. The V20 is a flagship. It's also can be you can do with it the biggest it that the V20 is a handheld studio. Listen, I'm sorry I chopped up your words like that. I'm sorry. Flagship is based barely on high price and popularity, commercials and advertisement. That's exactly what a flagship is. It's a commercialized device. That's it. It's a commercial. It's marketing. Listen, I'm sorry I butchered up your comment about the V20. But listen, DA 305 Alive, that was a perfect comment right there. A flagship is based on merely the high price, the popularity, commercials, and advertising. That's it. Listen, think about that for a second. Look at the specs of an iPhone. Look at the specs of an iPhone 2 years ago. 1 gig of RAM, right? A9 chip or whatever, right? Dual core processors, dual core, right? 1 gig of RAM. Not even a 1080p screen. And it costs $800. So, hey, that is the question. What's the flagship? Let me get into y'all guys' comments. The Moto X changed my mind about flagships. Exactly. I've done videos about the Moto X on this channel. A lot of videos about the Moto X. Cheap device. Very cheap device. Performs very well. 808 processor in it. Okay? And it does performs well. You're right. All right. Yes. It's Monday morning hangover. Get your cup of coffee. It's time to talk. We talking flagships. What is a flagship? And listen, we already got one of the perfect comments right now. All right. Good morning, everybody. Digital Effects in the building. Good morning. All right. Moto G5 Plus is a best example of a very good, cheap price phone. Excellent phone. Exactly. I got videos on this YouTube channel of the Moto G5 Plus. All right. That's a perfect example of a low-end mid device that performs well. It's a very high performer. Camera's pretty good. Cheap price. Okay. So when you're looking at a device that costs through $200, and listen, I've been reviewing a lot of phones. I've been reviewing high-end phones, mid-tier phones. Now I'm reviewing low-end phones. $200, $250, $300, $350 phones, right? And God, on paper, look, somebody put comments in on my YouTube channel when I dropped a video of the Stylo 3, right? Just somebody comment and say, wow, on paper, it's terrible on paper. But look at the performance. Like, I think, listen, I'm chopping that up too, because that's the thought that I got from that commenter. That, wow, stats don't mean anything. I'm sorry, specs don't mean anything anymore, huh? Because first thing I tell you guys, such and such processor, 400 series processor, 2 gigs of RAM. First thing you say, oh my God, it's going to be trash. It's going to be garbage. Oh, bye, right? And all of a sudden, you get the phone and you see optimized software. Things running sweet. Things running smooth. How could they do that? Wow. So sometimes specs don't matter if you got a fully optimized device. Moto G5, right? OnePlus 3, OnePlus 3T, right? Honor 8, right? Those devices. Honor 6X. Wow. Moto Gs. I mean, man, I could go down the list of sub 300 or below devices. Matter of fact, the ZTE Z Max Pro. ZTE Z Max Pro. right? I reviewed that device and I gave it away, all right, as a giveaway. ZTE Z Max Pro, wow, $99 phone. Wow. I mean, that's all you can say is wow. I mean, 2 gigs of RAM, right? It had the Snapdragon 617 in it, I think. Only thing you can say is wow, right? Is it the fastest performing device? No. But boy, it kicked butt, don't it? Very good device. ZTE has another device. Exxon 7 Mini. Wow, right? You could get an Exxon 7 for like $300. You get an Exxon 7 Mini for like $200. Wow. Listen, this wow. So what's the flagship? That's the whole thing. When I'm saying wow with G5s and you know, Moto Gs and Moto X's, you know, all these Honor 8s, and you're looking at all these, say, wow. So what's the flagship? All right, let me get into your guys' comments. Shout out to Chevy Cobalt Racer. This is Monday Morning Hangover, guys. Get your cup of coffee. Let's talk. Have you heard of Samsung Galaxy Beam built-in projector? Yeah, I've heard of that device. It kind of went away a little bit, right? I've heard of that device, and all of a sudden it went away. I don't know. Did they still sell it? Let's see. My Z Max Pro runs great. Big House Productions in the building. I said that about the Blue Vivo 5. Listen, I'm an advocate of the Blue Vivo 5. First of all, the device was hard to get because it was like sold out, right? Finally, when I got it, everybody like, oh God, that thing is trash, it's garbage, right? And when I put it against flagships, it was smoking flagships. I said in the video that that the Blue Vivo 5 was one of my best gaming videos that I ever did. It ran games like a champ, and it didn't get hot. The Blue Vivo 5 came in the top 5 when it came down to battery life. The top 5 in battery life of 2016. It is a very good device. Wow. For $200. What? Yes. And look, I made, man, go back and look at the videos I made with the Blue Vivo 5. It blew me away. Right? Great. All right. I will send you a link after this live show. Okay. It's all about marketing strategy of that company. Right. I agree with you. Blue Vivo 5 runs great. Yes. Big House Production. I want the new ZTE Blade. Hey, I don't know. Let's see what ZTE come out with. iPhone 6, 6S are still great mid-tier devices for $300, $400. It will still get software updates for the next 3 years. You know what? I said this. I have an iPhone 6, 6S, and I have iPhone 7s. And I can tell you, going from a 6S to a 7, you don't see that much performance difference. Matter of fact, I can tell you that when it comes down to cameras, wow, right? Like, I mean, iPhone cameras have always been pretty good from the iPhone 5, 5S, 6, 6S, 7. You got great cameras across the board. You all running iOS, the latest version of iOS. I mean, listen, I could pull out my 6 and it runs great. 6 Plus. I mean, it's one of those things that, you know, and yes, you can $300 to $350 for a 6S, right? Man, that's not a bad deal at all. Let me get it to you guys' comments. The Blue Vivo 5 was good, but not that good. Hey, listen, for a $200 phone, how much good do you want it? See, that's the thing. You can't I look at it like this. I think we get confused sometimes when we look at devices. A device like a Blue Vivo 5 is not supposed to beat flagships. It's not supposed to, but it does in some instances. It's not supposed to. It's not because of the specs, right? It's not supposed to, but something is optimized to beat some flagships. It's not that good, but for $200, how much technology for that price do you want? That is the question, because when I review devices that cost under $500, I have a different mindset. I don't look at a device under $500 as beating above $500 devices, but it does. Honor 8, $250 phone. Listen, I stand by this statement. I talk about this a lot. For the last 6 months, I could put the Honor 8 against anything in 2016. And not only would it beat it, if it don't beat it, it will come close to beating it. In every category, price, design, speed and performance, cameras, $250 phone. Think about that. A $250 phone, design, performance, cameras, price. What more do you want? I mean, I look at this like, yeah, that's a good question. All right, here we go. Very underrated. Yumi phones are very slept on. Here's the thing about Yumi phones. Some devices I don't review, it's because I can't get them. It's just like, okay, if I can't get a phone or device on Amazon, and I have to go through third-party companies that get it imported through eBay and all that, I don't review those phones unless the company contact me and want to send it to me. That's totally different. But if I can't go on Amazon US and they don't even show the device on Amazon, 9 times out of 10 I probably won't review it. I review a lot of phones that I could get my hands on, but I won't jump through hoops and get devices imported to review. I did that last year. I'm not doing that this year. So if I can't get it on Amazon and I can't get it through the OEM to send it to me, I probably won't review it. That's one of the things, like the Yumi phone, the Honor Magic, those devices. I mean, I can't get access to those phones. I mean, the Honor Magic is not on Amazon. I mean, I think it may be on Amazon now, but last time I checked, it wasn't on Amazon. I can't get it. Also, shouts out to Techzilla. We talked about another device in the UK. It's cheap, but for me to import it, it was like, I mean, I think Techzilla was saying it was like under 300 pounds or something in the UK. But when I looked at the same device, it was like $600 US. You know what I'm saying? So then I have to import it. You know what I'm saying? So those type of devices, I probably won't review because I don't have no access to them. So let's see. Let me go into the comments here. It's like me starting my own company, me marketing the phone, and me putting it, my advertisement on TV, finding a strategy for people to buy it, calling it a flagship. Right? You know what? That's what I'm talking about, TJ. You know what I'm saying? You think about this, TJ, that like we talked about, what's a flagship? I believe, here's the thing. A flagship is the device that you have in your pocket. Sometimes we get this thing that we have to go out and buy the latest and greatest device. So what? So we could tell our buddies, I got a Galaxy S8. I got a Galaxy S8. Yeah, You got a Galaxy S8. Guess what? My fingerprint scanner is somewhere where I can touch it. That I can touch it. Yeah. My buttons, all my buttons work on my device. I don't have no problem waiting on the update, so-called Bixby. What's that? I got Google now, so I don't know. Yeah, you know what? Instead of me paying $900 for a phone, I paid about $200. So, I mean, you know, listen, I like the Galaxy S8. I'm picking on it, but I like the Galaxy S8. But, I mean, let's be honest. You know, a lot of people be like, I got a Galaxy S8. And I'm saying, you know what? I got a blue Vivo 5. It works great for me. Camera's pretty decent. I saved $600. I got $600 extra in my bank account. And I got a pretty decent phone. So I always believe that the flagship is the phone you got in your pocket. If it works for you, that's the thing. But a lot of people are judgmental. A lot of people are judgmental. Give you another example. A lot of people are judgmental. We see videos about this phone, right? And people don't even have it. And they called it trash and garbage. And it's a complete waste of space, right? Called it trash and garbage. I tell you, it's one of my top 5 phones of 2017. It's a great device. Perfect. Has its flaws, just like everything else. And now it's cheap. So I say this to people out there. Don't judge a phone unless you have it in hand. You can't judge a phone unless you have it in hand. Oh, hey, listen, shout out to Amazon. Sunday deliveries. I got my glass screen protectors and I got my cases came in, all right, for my devices. Yes, shout out to Amazon. Yes, they do Sunday deliveries. All right. Fazzo Illuminati said, do I live in New Orleans? Do I live in New Orleans? Let's see. You can get a Yumi phone on Amazon. Okay. I'm gonna have to take a look at that. Foreign phones are really tough to get, especially you have to wait a month. Yeah, get to get it. You know what? Believe it or not, I imported the Honor Note 8. All right, and it didn't take that long, 5-6 days or so. I've imported some stuff from overseas, and it didn't take that long. Not like it used to take. It used to take a long time for devices to get imported. Not anymore. I've seen devices get imported pretty quick. Let's see. Yumi Crystal Me Mix Remix for free review. You know what? Somebody sent me a link, and I think that was the link. I actually went on there and I sent them an email. I don't know. You know, maybe they might send it to me. Yeah, I seen that they was doing, like, giving the phone away for free for people to review. Hey, it is what it is. Some of the new Chinese phones are hot. Yeah, they hot. I just can't get them. You know, that's the only problem. And look, here's the thing. And I have a lot of y'all guys from overseas that watch my channel. A lot of y'all guys, different countries and stuff like that watch the channel. I try my best to get as much product that I can to review on this channel. A lot of things I can't get. And a lot of things that I look at it like this. In your country, you might can buy that device very cheap. But for me to import it, it's double the price. So if I get it, then I'm going to talk about the price. Then some of y'all guys will slam me in the comments and say, well, in my country, it costs 200 pounds. Well, I paid $900 for it. You see what I'm saying? So I just want to make sure that these devices that I get, I don't mind getting them, but I have to have access to them. That's the whole thing. I don't mind getting listen, if I can't, I shop on eBay and I shop on Amazon. I have a trusted source on eBay. I only use 1 or 2 sources on eBay. I do not search eBay for devices. I go to this 1 or 2 sources that I trust. on eBay because I bought product from them before. And that's the only, if they don't have it, I won't get it. And listen, they are expensive too. So if I get an import, it's double the price. So I have to look at it that way too. So if I buy imports, it costs me a lot of money. All right. So like I said, your countries, you might get that same device for cheap, but to get it in the United States, when I import it, it costs me a grip. It's very expensive, guys. Yeah, YouTube don't pay me a lot of money. So I have to choose my devices, you know, at my leisure. All right, here we go. Flagships used to have to be much better designed, but not anymore. Commercials suck. That's right. Commercials suck us in. Right. It does. Yes. I'm careful on eBay too. Yes. I'm going to tell you. Let me tell you something. eBay is a lot better than what it was back in the day. Remember eBay a couple of years ago, man, you used to get stuff and they used to send you an empty box. Or they'll send you something that's not in the description and you got to fight eBay. eBay has been, it's a lot different now, guys. All right. eBay has changed. I still don't trust eBay. I've been burned by eBay a few times. All right. It's very difficult to spend $700, $800, $900 to $1,000 on a phone if you don't trust the seller. Think about this. I'm gonna give this seller that I don't know $1,000 for a device, and it may be fake. Then I got to fight eBay to try to get my money back. That's a lot of change, a lot of cheddar to lease on Amazon. If you get it through Amazon Prime, hey, Amazon to me is the most trusted site that I can buy. And if I have a problem with that device, listen, return that sucker in 24 hours, 48 hours, they give you a refund. I mean, I get instant, refunds quick, right? So that's why I trust Amazon. And I trust me going to a local. Listen, I have Best Buys. I have all the carriers. So a lot of devices is not on the carriers, all right? So I have to, it's a risk for me as a YouTuber. Like people ask me to review phones and I have to take a risk. If I can't walk into a Best Buy or a carrier to get a device to review, I take a risk because I want to review it for you guys. So when I spend $600, $700 on a device that's coming from eBay, I have this anxiety. Because even though I say I trust this seller, I've never been burned by this seller. First time for everything, right? But I know on Amazon is different. So I know that this YouTube channel is going to different heights. And I know that I'm trying my best to review everything that I can. But I have to make some tough decisions. I have to go through the Oracle. The Oracle, guys, all right? So I got to get final approval from the Oracle, then place my order. So it's a step process for me. I look at the device, I see how much it costs. I have to, hey, sometimes when it costs upper tiers of $1,000, you got to get your cup of coffee and tell the Oracle I'm about to spend $1,000 on the phone. All right, here we go. Thumbs up. Yes, thumbs up, everybody. Now, listen. If you don't follow me on Instagram, the question is why? I put snippets of my videos on Instagram before I post it on YouTube. So if you ever want to get a snippet of a video before I post it on YouTube, or even after I post it on YouTube, I still give you snippets of videos, and I also got put a lot of stuff on Instagram. So follow me on Instagram, guys. Why y'all not following me on Instagram? I see all y'all be on my YouTube channels, all y'all be commenting and all that stuff like that. And I'm like, all y'all ask me all these questions about this, that, and that. And I say, well, wait a minute. I post that on Instagram. All right, here we go. Later, easy. Have a great day. Yes, this is Monday Morning Hangover, guys. Get your cup of coffee. Let's talk. It ain't not like watching a wrestling match yesterday, right? And then watching a good basketball game, watching Cleveland was winning, and all of a sudden Cleveland lost. What? Woo! Shouts out to Boston. All right. I never have a problem returning on eBay. Right. Like I was saying, eBay have changed over time. I remember I've been burned a while back from eBay. The only thing about eBay, here's the thing. I have two trusted sellers on eBay, which I buy devices imports. I don't scroll down eBay. I go straight to these two sources pages. If they have the device at a reasonable price, I will buy them. But if they don't have the device I'm looking for, I don't search no more eBay. That's it. I am naive on that, especially with eBay. Listen, listen. A lot of people that buy from eBay never been burned by eBay. They have returned stuff from eBay and they got success rates. Man, thumbs up to you guys. You know, usually if I buy something from eBay, it's gonna be upper tiers of over $500 to $600 for phones. Now if you know how this stuff works, some devices not all what it says to be. Sometimes people get fake imports. All right, and if you just paid, listen, think about this. You'd have paid, upper tier $600-700 on the import, and it's fake. You know, you got to return it. But sometimes we don't read the disclaimers. They might have it in the disclaimer that it's a fake phone. It might be. Sometimes people don't read, and so you got to return the device. So hey, listen, I feel you. eBay have changed over years. It's gotten a lot better. I still don't. I can't listen. It's one of those things that you can't let your guard down on just because it got better. They have to gain my trust. I've been burned by eBay. Listen, I've got stuff that was broke and the empty box. Man, I'm shit. All right, here we go. I've never been burned before on eBay. I buy a lot of high-end cologne. Cool. Let's see. Always go through PayPal with eBay. I feel you on that one. No harm meant easy. I don't be on the gram. I understand. I know a lot of people that's not on the gram. That's all good. It's all good. PayPal is much better. What's up with your DJ in the building? KB in the building. If I can't pay through PayPal on eBay, I don't buy it. It's easy to get reimbursed through PayPal, in my opinion. Right, because PayPal don't play that. Right, I've seen PayPal do a lot of reversals. If you get burned by by people, right? So yeah, go through PayPal. Yeah, eBay is great, right? Like I said, DJ, I bought stuff from eBay, but like I said, I got trusted. I only buy from trusted sellers. And look, for people that recommended, like you recommended me a seller. You see what I'm saying? Because you bought something from that seller. So I bought that device because you recommended that seller to me. You see what I'm saying? See how that worked? Like, I bought something from a seller that somebody else has bought and was okay with. They gave me the thumbs up to buy it. You follow what I'm saying? From that specific seller. So I buy stuff from that seller because that seller was a good seller. That's how that works. Let's see. You could call eBay themselves and they will refund. Yeah, they will refund you. I hear you, DJ. Yes. Forbes Tech Reviewers in the building. I buy most of my stuff from eBay. I get most of my stuff from Amazon. Amazon is my is a dream for me. Yes, I still use the controller. Oh yes, I still use my controller. Where is it? Yes, absolutely, DJ. Let me show you. Yes. Absolutely, I use this controller. I love this thing. Thank you, DJ. Actually, if y'all haven't saw the video, I posted a video about this controller. It works like a charm. If you like gaming and you have an Android device, this is the thing to get. And I mean, it stretched out big. I mean, you could put a lot of devices all the way up to a tablet. You can put a tablet in this thing and it works. Woo, man. It works good. Very good. Give an example. Even with a case, it works. All right. Even with a case, it works. So I can kind of give y'all an example how it works. Boom. It works. Woo, boy, it works. I love it. And I mean, look, it works good. Actually, I got a video about that. Go watch the video about the controller. Yes. Let's see. Still using the V10. Yes, the V10. You know what? One thing I liked about the V10 is I liked the body of the V10, right? The design of the V10. It was pretty nice. It had that nice little settle color, rugged back. That was nice, man. It really was nice. I didn't like the chipset in it. The 808 processor was a problem with heat. All right, so that was one of the things I really dinged that phone for when I did my review for the V10. Also, I really slammed the V10 because of the fingerprint scanner not working with the case. Boy, I tell you what, man, I was upset with LG. Man, I made a lot of slam videos with LG when the V10 first came out. I remember getting the LG V10, taking it out of the box, putting the case on it, setting it all up, with the fingerprint and all that, putting it in the case, and the fingerprint scanner was unusable. And I was like, wait a minute, I bought the phone back, all right, and I got the phone swapped out, just because you know how it is. I've been getting dinged on my YouTube channel since I started this YouTube channel for me having bad devices. They always used to tell me I got a lemon, like, I always got a defect. I've been dealing with that. Listen, on this YouTube channel, I got almost 800 videos. And every time I pop up a new phone and I talk critical about that phone, everybody slam me in the comments and tell me that I got a defect. So what I did with the V10, I made videos about the V10, slamming it about the fingerprint scanner. And I look, and the thing about it, people hit me up hard talking about, that's not right. That's not right. It's a T-Mobile thing. And then I went and bought an AT&T V10. So I had two V10s. I had one from AT&T and one for T-Mobile, and both of them did the same thing. And what was so critical about the V10 was it took them months to send out a fix. It took a long time. I bought the V10 like in September when it first came out. It was like January when they sent out a fix for the fingerprint scanner. That was terrible. I mean, completely terrible. I mean, it was bad. I couldn't even use a fingerprint scanner on the thing with a case on it. But when you take look, it's so funny is I got several videos on this YouTube channel that demonstrated the fingerprint scanner not working. I got at least 3 videos on this YouTube channel demonstrating how the fingerprint scanner did not work. So check out my old videos. Listen, I've changed my style a whole lot. But boy, I go back and I look at my old videos. I'm like, ooh, boy, that was a stepping stone for me. God, that was hideous. I had some bad videos. Music too loud. I started my YouTube channel using a Nexus 6. And you know how bad the Nexus 6 camera is with that focusing problems. I made a lot of videos using that device. Woo! I go back and I look at that like, but the editing was pretty good. But it was a stepping stone for me. Look, go back in the beginning of 2016 when I was dropping videos every day. Woo! I go back, I was like, ooh, that was me? Woo! I've came a long way, guys. Woo, when I first started a YouTube channel, woo, Lord, damn. Yes. The V10 looks better than the V20. I mean, I like the body style of the V20, V10. All right, now with the V20 come out with the metal and stuff, I mean, it's okay. I mean, that it had to change with times. I mean, because when the V20 came out, it's all about the design. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody was going metal. Remember 2016? It was about metal, 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 metal. 1+3 metal. Everybody came over with metal devices. What happened in 2017? Everybody going glass. An aspect ratio. You know. All right, here we go. Sound like parody. His V20 is better than all other phones. Let's see. About time. The Oracle is sitting here listening to your opinion about the V10. Let me tell you something about the V10. If you got a V10, all right, wow, man, that's a device that's long, old in the tooth, all right. And so I'm talking to the Oracle of digital effects. Listen, Oracle, the V10 came out in 2015. It's 2017. You have a lot of good devices out there. That doesn't cost that much. You don't have to spend a lot of cash if you don't want to. You have options out there. If you want to get a V20 is cheap, under $500. I've seen. Okay. Also, if you want to invest in maybe switch it to a Samsung device, the Galaxy S7, I've seen that device $450 cheaper prices. Okay, on the edge, very, very good device. Awesome cameras. The LG V10 with the 808 processor, that causes the device, after you work it very hard, it start lagging out on you. It's hot. You could cook an egg on the back of that thing. It's get hot. So Oracle, digital effects want some compassion. It's a very old device. He may not ever bug you for another device for the next 2 years. But he thinks that the V10 is very old in the tooth and it's time to make a change. A few bucks. Maybe sell the V10, get about, $150. That's probably how much it's worth, right? To hit it on Swapper for about $175 and throw a few extra bucks with it, get a V20, get a Galaxy S7. Or if you want to get a big dog, go it on and wait for the U11 or maybe get the Galaxy S8. But 2015 has been a long time, Oracle. It's time to upgrade. Shouts out to digital effects, guys. Hey, man, I never forgot. All right, here we go. KB said, have you read anything about this stretch screen Samsung is supposed to announce tomorrow in Los Angeles? No, KB. Hey, send me some information on Twitter. Shout out to KB. Listen, let me tell you something. I do have females that follow this YouTube channel. They don't comment. But KB, very, very tech enthusiast. Thumbs up to you. Watch a lot of tech videos, I know. You always retweet my videos. You always comment on my videos. And you always hit me on Twitter and social media. Thank you very much. And listen, the stuff you say about me on Twitter, I really appreciate that. I really do. I am a down home blues type tech guy, right? Listen, I am one of the realest tech YouTubers out there. I don't play no games, and as you watch my channel, that it's no fluff, no passes, right? It's just YouTube channels about truth and justice. So shouts out to KB for, hey, doing what you got to do for this YouTube channel and supporting this channel. Thank you. Listen, I had the I had the V10, got rid of it. Oh, wow. Hold up. Let me go up a little bit. Let me see. I had the V10, got rid of it due to the fact that it was taking forever to get Android 7.0. And low-end devices, got rid of it. You got rid of it. All right, so basically you saying you got rid of the V10 because it never got updated. And right, I mean, no support for the V10. It's too old. I don't know if the V10 would ever get 7.0. So, yes, only 2 gigs of RAM in the Stylo 3. Yes. I've made 2 videos already about the Stylo 3, and I'm about to make a 3rd video. I got my first 3-day video coming out with the Stylo 3. Now, it's been 3 days since I had the Stylo 3, all right? Let me tell you something. This is how I started this Monday morning hangover. What's a flagship, right? Something's going on with the Stylo 3 that's winning my heart. I've been using it as a daily driver, right? And obviously for $200, you have to think about it differently, right? It's like you when you pull a $200 phone, you can't think of a $200 phone as a Galaxy S8. No. It's just one of those things you just can't go into. If you go into a $200 device thinking it is going to run like a Galaxy S8, then you already fooled yourself. But the Stylo 3 wow, man. Listen, I'm going to make a lot of videos about this device. I'm going to go into complete detail like I did with the Note 5. Y'all, if you haven't saw the video I did with the Note 5 and the Stylo 3, just look like LG copied and pasted all the Note features to the Stylo 3. I mean, everything from all-screen writing to memos to Note, everything that the Galaxy Note have as far as software, it was copied and pasted and changed the name to the Stylo 3. And maybe all the Stylos had it. I don't know. I ain't never had a Stylo before. I never thought to get it because I look at it like, I mean, I'm like, nah. But a lot of y'all requested that. Y'all requested me to take a look at the Stylo 3. And so what I did was I was doing my research. I didn't want to get the Stylo 3 because it has a 720p screen, right? But I was already knowing that T-Mobile and Metro PCS was about to release an updated version of the Stylo 3. I don't know why LG did this in CES. They revealed the Stylo 3 with 2 gigs of RAM, 720p screen, and 16 gigs of storage. And then 4 months later, they did a Stylo 3 Plus with a 1080p screen, 32 gigs of storage. It don't make no sense, but they did that. So I just figured, why did this thing come out with a Stylo 3 and with the 1080p screen and maybe come out with a Stylo 3 Plus with maybe a little more RAM in it, right? You know what I'm saying? Maybe, 1080p screen and maybe 3 or 4 gigs of RAM, right? With maybe 64 gigs of storage, right? You would think that they would do that. They didn't do that. So they came out with like a real, and look, we know that just like with Samsung, you don't have adaptable storage on this stuff. So 16 gigs of RAM in 2017 is a no-go. 32 gigs of RAM, it's got to be the norm at 64 gigs. So I wouldn't buy anything with 16 gigs of RAM or 16 gigs of storage. So that's one of the things that I knew that I wouldn't go buy the device because of 16 gigs of storage. I don't know why they did that. They always talk that crap about, but they got micro SD card. Man, that don't mean nothing if it's not adaptable storage. See, a lot of people get this twisted. Man, look, you put a few apps on that thing, maybe a game app, and if you can't sideload it to the SD card, it's all for nothing. You run out of space. Come on, I mean, look, adaptable storage is adaptable storage. It makes the device itself one storage option. But if it don't have adaptable storage, don't believe that crap about, because it has a micro SD card. Man, you can only put pictures and videos on that thing, man. And you can put some app data. That's it, app data. Unless you go rooted and booted. That's the only thing that SD card support is for. You got ZTE phones that have adaptable storage, and it works good. I understand why they don't do adaptable storage. It's because people buy cheap SD cards, and they put it in a device, and they do adaptable storage, and it slows the device down. It bogs it down. You get app open, and it takes so long, and then you start criticizing the device as a laggy device, right? But in Android 6.0, it was revealed that you can almost every device that has 6.0 can do adaptable storage. Most of the OEMs blocked it. Samsung, LG, they don't want you with adaptable storage. I understand that, right? I really do. I really do understand why they don't want adaptable storage. It's because of speed, right? But don't give us 16 gigs. So I think that was, listen, 16 gigs is 2015. Nobody don't do 16 gigs anymore. Nobody. But they do have these OEMs try to sneak out 16 gigs of storage. They try to do that. And if you don't have adaptable storage and they block the adaptable storage, the only way you got to do is root it and boot it. Most people won't do that. Most people don't root and boot devices anymore. And guess what? Now, since we're hearing that Netflix will block anybody with a rooted device, hey, guess what? I watch Netflix a lot. So rooting is becoming yesteryear. Rooting, I mean, now with custom launchers and everything, I don't think it's no sense to root because you're going to lose functionality. Netflix going to start blocking you and all that stuff like that. So I don't know. Let me get into y'all guys' comments. Cricket Stylo 3 has a 720p screen and 16 gigs of storage. Right, and that's not a good buy. Now Cricket, I think Metro PCS is about to release the Stylo 3 Plus next month. If you're on Metro PCS, don't buy the Stylo 3 right now. You're getting a crap phone with 16 gigs of storage and 720p screen. You want to get the one with the 1080p screen, 32 gigs of storage. I'm telling you, it makes a big difference. I promise you, it makes a big difference. If you look at the screen on this thing, listen, that's a beautiful 1080p device. Now the 720 might look as good too, but I mean, at least get 1080p. I mean, that thing looks gorgeous. This 1080p screen looks gorgeous. IPS LCD display. It's a beautiful screen, right? But I wouldn't get the 720p screen. I would wait. Let's see. Is the color saturation in it better on the Stylo 3? I can tell you that it looks beautiful. Look, I'm making all videos with the Stylo 3. Anything you want to know about the Stylo 3, I got all up and coming videos. I'm reviewing the device. I'm putting it through its pace. I'm going to do screen tests. I'm going to do battery tests. I'm going to do everything. But check this out, right? Check this out. The Stylo 3 has a 3180 milliamp battery. Wow, right? The battery life on it is phenomenal. I mean, I think I charged the device up in 3 days twice. And I would just top it off. I haven't even went to zero with the device yet. I mean, I might have hit 50% and I topped it off. And it took a long time, a lot of screen on time. Shout out to Miguel. He made a comment in my video when I was doing the Galaxy Note 5 versus the Stylo 3. He said, Eric, I noticed when you started the video, the Stylo 3 was at 100%. When the video ended, the Stylo 3 was at 99%. He also noticed that the Galaxy Note 5 was at 50, maybe 60%. He said that at the end of the video, the Note 5 was at 52%. And it lost like 8-9% while I was doing the video. Now, here's the thing. When y'all guys see these videos, that video was about 9 minutes long. It took me about 2 hours, maybe about an hour and a half to film it. All right. So it took me about an hour and a half to film it. And then I edited it down to 9 minutes. I'm going to tell you something, guys. Usually my videos, I have hours of footage. Okay. But I had to slim it down to, under 10 minutes. I try to keep my videos under 10 minutes. Some videos I get a little over 10 minutes, but I shoot hours of footage, hours. I go to different spots, different parts of town, and I film. I have hours of footage, and I try to slim it down to about, 8-9 minutes or so. Sometimes I look at it like this. Sometimes some people might want to watch long videos, but I try to put a lot of detail and a lot of information in short videos. So between 8 to 9 minutes is going to probably be the longest, unless I'm doing a gaming review. A lot of my gaming reviews would be about 12 minutes or 13 minutes because I try to do like 4 games. It's hard to not have a long video when I'm doing gaming. But as far as, you know, making the little simple videos or whatever, I try to keep that to minimum. Let's see. Let me go into you guys' comments. Waited on more reviews on the Stylo 3. I owned it, the Stylo Plus, and that boot loop turned me off. Yeah. I could tell you that the I don't have any problems with that as far as, you know, boot loops or anything. I don't know about the Stylo 2. I don't know about the Stylo 1 or whatever. I'm not sure. Hey, easy. The Kirin 970 is a 10 nanometer architect. Listen, I've heard that the new Kirin processors are gonna be good. But the Kirin processor always been good. So going from there. Okay. All right. So we're right at the top of the hour, guys, and you know, and go and get out of here. I always like to keep these streams short on Mondays. So, you know, this is Monday Morning Hangover, guys. Get your cup of coffee. I like to keep it within the hour. So we're right at the top of the hour, guys. We go get on out of here. This is Eric from Easy Computer Solutions, guys. Thank you very much for watching this channel. I got more videos coming out, as you know. So I will see y'all guys Wednesday. Don't forget about the Wednesday and Saturday streams. If you're not following me on social media, follow me on social media. I'll see y'all guys later. I'm getting out of here. Try to do these streams on time. See you guys. Peace.